I don't like keeping secrets, but I was keeping a big secret from my best friend that I was doing some stuff behind his back with his wife. And the thing of it is, I also was keeping secrets from his wife because me and him were running around behind her back. Um, and what we were doing was making anniversary presents for both of them. I worked with my best friend and his wife, both separately, on their anniversary presents this past year for each other, and neither one of them knew it. And it was so fun. Like, oh my gosh, like it was such a blast. So, my best friend, Daniel, his favorite movie is The Midnight Hour. It's a made for TV movie from the 1980s, I think 85, that CBS made. It was his favorite movie growing up, and in the movie, the main girl, Sandy, was like his childhood crush, and she's this cheerleader character. And the main guy in the movie drives this awesome, I think it's a 1952 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Like it's like this weird, like a teal blue color with white accents and a convertible. It just so happened that one of my friends offered me some classic cars to shoot with. And one of those cars was a 1957 Chevy Bel Air, which looks so much like the car in The Midnight Hour that I hit up my best friend's wife and I was like, yo, I'm doing a photo shoot with this car that looks like the car from The Midnight Hour. What if we do a photo shoot of you with it for your all's anniversary? Because it was like a month away. And she was like, oh my God, I love that idea. I even have a costume of that Sandy character that I could wear. So it was perfect. So me and Jet did a photo shoot behind Daniel's back where it was kind of like a boudoir set with this car. And then I set up tombstones to give it a little bit of a cemetery vibe because that's in the movie where one of the biggest scenes takes place is in the cemetery scene. So and it worked out perfect. I love how these photos turned out. They were beautiful. We got great lighting. We, timed it right that there's like a full moon in the background. Like, man, they just turned out so good. And so Jet took those pictures and made photo books with them, and she gave those to Daniel for their anniversary. And Daniel, just the other day, called me and was like, "Hey, man, I just want you to know that every time I look at those books, I cry." Because it meant so much to me, like what you all did and what she did for him, and like gave him such a personalized, loving gift. He told me that just thinking about the books made him tear up. And so it is just so rewarding to be able to give people those experiences, to be able to create this kind of art that's meaningful to people and that is like, my friends and my clients are using to show the people they love how much they care about them. And that's what Daniel did for her. Daniel and Jet are both huge movie fans. They talk in movie quotes, like they've seen way more movies than I have. And Daniel was saying he wanted to do something with Jet, kind of celebrating that, something to do with movies. And he was like, hey, I had this idea of what if we take our favorite movies and scenes from those and we cut me into them. And I was like, oh, let's go. So that's what we did. It took us about 3 weeks, but we took several other movies that they loved as a couple, movies like Joe Dirt and Dirty Dancing, From Dusk Till Dawn, and all these moments that have meaning to them as a couple and that Jet loves, that they quote and stuff. And we cut Daniel into them. And the way we kind of framed it was this video where it's like he's thinking about what he can do for her, and then he falls asleep, and then we cut him into all these movies that they love.
Man, what am I going to get Jet for anniversary? Well, she loves movies. I wish I could make her a movie. Make her a movie.
It's the same to me.
And, Daniel was awesome. He went and got all these costumes and wigs and all this stuff to look like the characters that he was putting on. Recreating those movies with Daniel was so fun. And, we're watching the clips to make sure that we get the framing right and, getting the timing right. We wanted the clips to look as close to the original films as we could get them. And so for the Joe Dirt scene where he's sitting there at the carnival games, like in that shot of Joe, there's these like spinny cars that come through the shot, like the camera between him and the camera. And so for weeks I was trying to think, like, how do we do that? How can we get that illusion so that they cut in together? And it was so funny that it's just one of those movie magic things that what I ended up using was a solo party cup, and I just cut it in half and I just held it out in front of the camera and like twisted it by, and like they work so good. it's stupid how good it works. Like, it's one of those things you don't even notice it until I point it out. And then you're like, oh my God, that's party cups. You used party cups. And so it was so cool to just find little tricks of the trade like that, little things to recreate these scenes, like on a low budget, but they still worked out so well. And like, they were so funny. And like, Daniel told me he even showed other people the clips, and like other people were crying because they were so sweet. And so it was like, that's just the good stuff, man. Like, that's one thing I love about being a filmmaker and a photographer, is being able to use my talents, use my gifts to help people and give them meaningful moments and meaningful content. You know, it's like, it's this meaningful thing that you give a person you love, and that is like, shows them how much you love. And like, being a part of something like that was just so cool. And it was so awesome that neither one of them had any idea that I was working with both of them. It went over awesome. You know, they both love their gifts. They both cried and, you know, thanked me. They both called me in FaceTime, and they were like, you son of a bitch, like, you're working with us both. And like, it was just so fun to be able to do that for my friends and do it in like a way that is like artistic and fun, but also meaningful. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all the things. It helps me grow as an independent filmmaker, helps me be able to support myself and my 4 kids and all my animals, because food ain't cheap, you know. So thanks for your support. Follow me on, you know, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, if it's still around. You know, Twitter, like, there's links all down below and in my profile. Thank you so much for watching. And hire me, please. I'm located in Salem, Virginia. I'm a great photographer, great filmmaker, also do social media management, Main Studios. My name's Justin Farmer. Thanks for watching.
It's okay. I'm totally fine. Everything is gonna be...
Pam. Sorry. Are you free for dinner tonight?
Yes.
All right. Then it's a date.
Go get my daddy. That's really brave, like you said.
That took a lot of guts to go to him, baby. I mean, you're not afraid of anything.
Me, I'm scared of everything.
Move, children. Vámonos.
What the? How the? Get over here, Houdini!
Polish my horse's saddle. I want to see my face shining in it by morning.
As you wish.
As you wish was all he ever said to her.
Go on, boy. Fill these with water. Please.
As you wish.
As you wish. Oh. Whew. That'll never work.